Welcome to Life Mastered, the podcast, where high achievers and ambitious souls come for the kind of support that fuels both inner growth and outer strength. This is your space for real tools and deep truths, for meeting life's greatest challenges with grace, resilience, and self-connection, and also expanding into your next level of purpose. I'm Molly Claire, your host, master coach, mentor, and guide, because life mastery is not about checking boxes. It's about how you meet yourself in every moment along the way. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Life Mastered, the podcast. Today, I'm talking more in depth about master coach training, what it means to be a master coach, and the implications of the power of mastering self. So if you followed me for any amount of time, you know that one of the things that I do is I do advanced training for coaches. And as you're here listening to this podcast, the Life Mastered podcast, it's really talking to you as an individual personally. How do you master your life? How do you learn yourself? How do you have that inner self-mastery? And how can you bring that into the world? So today's episode is definitely a little bit different in that it's going to be informative in terms of what a master coach training program is like with me, and also what are the implications for some of you who are wanting this for professional coaching skill mastery? And those of you that may think, I don't know if I want a coaching business or not. I love the idea of diving deep into this. Is this for me? Is it not? These are the questions I'm going to be answering today. So, and as always, even though we're talking about this program and coaching mastery, the things you will hear and learn here, even if this isn't for you, are going to be not just inspiring, but expansive in the way that you think. So hang with me here. Learn about this. It's pretty powerful. So before I go any further into that, oh my gosh, let me tell you, we had a fantastic retreat this last week. I am literally recording this the day before you are hearing this podcast, if you're hearing it when it goes live, because I really wanted to bring this message to you, and I have been totally focused on the retreat. We spent 3 full days, 4 nights in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. It's about 3.5 hours from Dallas, and I was there. There were 12 of us there. We did the deep dive work of the knowing of self, the emotions. It was a collection of my clients. So they've already gone deep into this self-mastery work, and we were able to take it even deeper. And one thing that I will tell you that was so powerful, I just want to offer you this takeaway, is that one of the most powerful things that we experienced, and this can apply to you as you're listening to this, is the power of a space where we are cultivating individuality and appreciating individuality, where there is permission for each person to be themselves in the biggest way and to cultivate their own gifts. And also this shared sense of connection and community. Because when you can be strong as an individual, and when you can be in spaces that are supportive of your individuality, and also come together with a community that is tight-knit, where you have a collection of other human beings who value your individuality and desire to support you in that, it is so powerful. It takes the power and potency of the individual, and it just 10 times the impact and the power. And what a gift it was for us to all be connected. So anyway, we are doing another retreat in April. Go to my website if you want to come. There will be, we do it in a cabin. It is very personal. It is very intimate, and it is just the best time. So there's a few words about that. And those of you that are listening that were there, thank you again for just a magical experience with all of you and for just bringing it. Okay. So I'm really going to try to have today's episode be smooth and organized as I'm presenting this to you. And I do have kind of my notes and my outline, and yet I'm really speaking from the heart, because the fact of the matter is that this master coach training, this high-level program, it is a matter of the heart. The fact is that you could go and you could join something online, or you could spend 3 hours at a workshop and you could be what would be considered a certified coach, right? You can get a seal of certification or approval. It's no secret there is no shortage of ways to be called a coach, be certified as a coach. And what I want to say is what I'm talking about here and the work that we do in my community and in my program is much more than a certification. And so let's talk a little bit about what this means for you. So let me first speak to you as the individual. So as you navigate life, right, as we all navigate life, we inevitably come up against situations, circumstances, relationships that challenge us to the core. And at some point along the way, many of us have an idea that we know how life is going to go, or we have a plan and we think it's going to go this way, and we're going to check these boxes and away we go, right? We ride into the sunset. And then what we learn is that precise, tidy plan doesn't go the way we planned. And what we find is that situations can wake us up in a pretty big way. These situations force us to look at what's inside of us. These challenges that and sometimes what it is, sometimes it's a challenge that we feel like, how am I going to face this? And sometimes it is actually the lack or the gap we experience as we know that we want more from something, more from a relationship, more within our profession or our calling. And as we navigate life and as we move through the checking of the boxes, at some point, especially those of you here have experienced this, we recognize that there is more available for us, more to life, more to lean into, more to learn, and more expansion available. And all of this being said, what does this have to do with what I'm talking about with Master Coach training and a mentorship working with me for a year in this program? Master Coach training in the Masterful Coach Collective, in this community, is first and foremost about the mastering of self. So some of you listening, you're already a coach. Some of you have no interest in being a coach. You just want that personal mastery. But this is what this means. This means an opportunity for you to lean in and have an even better, deeper understanding of your own mind, the way your thought patterns work, and the deeper implications of the ways that you think, the belief frameworks, the subconscious beliefs that are there that you are operating from that you don't even know exist. This is an opportunity for you to understand more of your own emotional world, understanding the feelings that are underneath that you don't even know are there. And perhaps what you're experiencing is like a more surface level variation of them. For example, irritation, anger, frustration. What's beneath that? Oftentimes, my clients have deep grief, deep sadness underneath. And when you can begin to understand more about your own emotional world, and this is the part, when you can actually learn how to be with yourself emotionally, how to attend to yourself emotionally, it opens up a whole new experience of your life. This is where you can truly understand exactly what is lacking for you professionally, personally, relationally, and how to actually change that for yourself. Ask for what you want, advocate for what you want, and feel more at peace in every area of your life. So when we're talking about Master Coach training, just the personal implications, this is the piece we're talking about. Now let's talk a little about the nervous system. You have a nervous system, which is the backdrop of all of your thoughts and feelings. And without having awareness and an understanding of the different states of your nervous system specifically, without an understanding of the imprints, the unique imprints on your nervous system, you will likely be navigating life a bit blindfolded. Because the fact of the matter is that the state of your nervous system influences the way you think, influences your emotional world, influences and drives behavior. And so when it comes to this training and the personal implications, this is an opportunity for you to study the nervous system and learn it at a personal level. And of course, in this program, we work with it all throughout. And the incredible Leah Davidson, who specializes in the nervous system, teaches this section. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about patterns, habits, actions. The other really big implication of this for you personally is that when you can understand not just the behavior patterns that you have, but why they're there and the ways in which you personally can change your patterns and habits, everything becomes easier. Because creating new behavior patterns takes effort, it takes energy. Doing the same behavior patterns is easy. And so when you can establish habits, the behaviors you want become automatic habits, guess what? You're doing your life in a way that supports what you want and moves you forward, and it becomes easy. And each of you listening are going to have a different way of going about putting new behaviors in place. That's why you can get a plan of action from ChatGPT or Google or anywhere else, right? But is it going to work for you? It's not about the plan. It's not about the procedure. It's about you and making it work for you. And that's what is so unique about this program. In Master Coach Training, not only am I teaching you all of this for you, not only am I teaching you these concepts and how to work with a client around them or within them, but it really is so personalized. And that's what we are craving as human beings. Here we are, so many of us, so many people walking around disconnected, right? Searching for connection on social media or, trying to sort through, how do I change my life? How do I feel more connected? And what we really need is we need some attending to self, attending to your unique individuality. It's such a big deal. And that is what this program is all about. And this is really the difference between a cookie cutter certification and an experience of coming in and having this personalized mentorship, understanding not just the mind, emotions, nervous system, and action strategies, but understanding your mind, understanding your emotional world, the parts that have never become clear to you, understanding your nervous system and the ways in which your habits can change. So these are the personal implications of this. And now I want to talk to the fact or to the piece about professionally and certifying as a master coach. And what does that mean? Because some of you listening, you've been coaching for a while, right? You're well trained, you've got it, and you really want to go to that higher level. Some of you listening have a bit of knowledge and you're very self-aware. If you're here, you're obviously invested in knowing yourself in this world. But a master coach training program where you're working with other people who are coaches and who are skilled would probably not make sense for you. And this is, I'll just be honest with you, this is somewhere I have really gotten stuck with offering this program, because when I think about Master Coach Training as a whole, which I've already talked about, includes the mind, emotion, the nervous system, and action strategies. And it also includes a dive into different areas of expertise, different areas of life, including achievement and productivity, goal setting, grief, romantic partnership and relationships, parenting, family life, understanding the nervous system. And the amazing Melanie Fay teaches a tapping component to this. So yes, grief. I'm trying to think of what I missed. We talk about money. So we're talking about all of these areas of life. And when I am in Master Coach Training and I see the impact of my clients, I see the personal implications as so big and so powerful that I believe that everyone will benefit from this. Everyone's sense of self will be strengthened. Everyone's self-knowing will be strengthened. Everyone's ability to show up in a bigger, better way for themselves and others, everyone's will be impacted. And yet there is a difference between learning this to coach and learning it for the self. And so I'm going to speak to that because I have wrestled with this and I have gone back and forth. And the way I am offering Master Coach Training this year, I am so excited about it because the truth is that the concepts are the same. Those of you who've been a coach for 10 years, you're highly skilled and I want to have more of a holistic approach. I want to dive deep into all of this. There is a place for you here. And those of you that are listening that want this for you, there is a place here for you as well. And it will be more mastery of the self. So the way that I have decided to roll this out this year is that the Master Coach Training Program and Mentorship has two entry points. And one is the entry point of skilled coach, taking it to the next level. And one is the entry point of self-development or emerging coach. And the beautiful thing is that the concepts are the same, the ideas are the same, the learning is the same on the personal implications, but there will be a slightly different track for you. So this is what this means. If you are a highly skilled coach wanting to go deeper, believe me, this is going to challenge you in more ways than you realize. Truly, the experience will be unmatched. I have had my clients come in who are already skilled, who have actually done a full 2 years of mentorship, and they are still learning every step of the way. What this means for you, if you feel like, I'm kind of new to this, I don't know how to coach, maybe I don't even know if I want to coach. This is perfect for you because I have a track for you that is specifically going to help you with those beginning steps of personalizing this for you and also the essentials of learning to coach. And I am so thrilled about this offering because I just, hands down, like if I could wave a magic wand, everyone who's interested in bettering themselves, everyone who's interested in learning would be a part of this program. I have seen and felt the difference for me personally and for all of my master coaches and clients as they have leaned in to do this work. And I want to talk about what is possible within this. And then I'm going to talk about the coaching component here in just a minute as well. How many people do you see around you disconnected, struggling, lost, looking for clarity and direction in their relationship, hit hard with grief, heartache, searching for answers, searching for help? How many of you listening to this right now relate to that? How can I be a good mom or a good dad? How can I hold it together while I'm trying to provide? How can I create balance and be present in my relationships and actually happy in my life while moving forward with achievement and providing for my future? And some of you may just feel a bit lost in yourself and maybe sadness for what hasn't come to fruition, trouble in navigating the situations in your life that just feel really hard. And as you think about this and you tune into what you see around you and what you feel, the magic in the work that we do here truly is about filling the gaps that seem to exist within you. It is taking those spaces of emptiness and it is filling them with more connection with whatever resonates with you regard to higher power, connection with the people around you that matter, connection with the self, connection with your purpose, connection with that light and goodness that's in you that wants to make a difference in the world. And I know I'm just going on and on because I feel this so much and I want to have the right words. But what I will say is that this is really a journey of so much deep self-connection and connection with what matters to you and your values and your purpose and your direction, that it truly is a life-changing experience. And it means the difference between surviving and actually leading your life. It's the difference between wanting great connection in relationships and experiencing it. It is the difference between getting through life and feeling a little empty, a little absent, a little disconnected, and actually feeling alive in yourself and in your life. This is the power of this. And I have so much more to say about that, but as I move through the rest of this podcast, I want to speak to the actual certification piece and the Master Coach training and the implications with others. So Master Coach training, whether you are a highly skilled coach, an emerging coach, or want this for personal mastery, okay? No matter what, the focus is on you first and foremost, because we have to lead our own transformation in order to lead others. So the entire focus is going to be on you first and foremost. And here is the most beautiful part about this. When you personalize this work and you understand the concepts and the different pieces and parts of mind, emotion, nervous system, and moving forward with actions, when you understand that, it allows you not only to utilize these tools and strategies as you support your clients, but it actually allows you to hold the space of deep transformation for them. And it is such a powerful thing because I can't reach everyone. As you can hear, I'm so passionate about this, right? And my mission is to those of you that feel called here and are hearing my voice and want this, I want to teach you. I want you to gain from this. And then I want to equip you to go out into the world and have this ripple effect. Teaching people that who they are matters, teaching people how to attend to their feelings, teaching people how to speak up for what they want, how to align with their values, how to advocate for themselves, teaching people how to be in relationship with the people all around them in such a powerful way that hearts and souls are changed. So, having said all of this, I feel this is really the main message I want to get across. I hope you feel of the power in this program. And we are this November, right now, right around the corner, I am taking applications for Master Coach training. I am anticipating having 12 hand-selected perfect candidates to be a part of this. It is a full year of mentorship. It is a full year of deep dive into understanding mind, emotion, nervous system, and strategies. It is a deep dive into relationship work, into achievement, into understanding grief and how to process it, understanding how to reconfigure our mindset around money. It is a deep dive into how do we manage the parent-child relationship and managing the chaos of daily life. How do I understand my nervous system? How do I navigate the many things life is going to bring my way? And how do I do it in a way where I am experiencing mastery of the self? And I actually don't even know where I started with that paragraph that I just spewed out to you. But this is what this is about. And I am going to be taking applications and sorting through them and finding out who is perfectly suited for this. If you feel called to this, if you feel ready to master the self, if you feel ready to have more of an impact on others, if you are a coach ready to really go all in and support the biggest transformations, this is for you. If you are here and you are ready to master yourself and you have no idea if you'd want a coaching business or not, this is for you. There is a track for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. It is an honor for me to support all of you in your journey of life mastery, mastery of self, remembering it is not about checking boxes, but it is how you meet yourself every step along the way. It is about your soul journey, the journey of your heart, your own transformation. And this is what I'll say about this. It really does matter. It really does matter. This is not a selfish endeavor that we are all on. The strength of you and the strength of your soul and your conviction allows you to be a pillar of light, a pillar of strength, a pillar of hope and goodness to everyone around you. That's what I've got for you today. I will talk with you next week. Thanks for being here and for investing this time in you. Keep showing up. Keep meeting yourself with compassion. That's truly what life mastery is all about. If you loved this episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And I would be honored if you would take the time to leave me a review. This ensures that this important work will get in the hands of more people. And if you're ready to take this work deeper, join me at mollyclaire.com where you can find all of the ways we can work together. I'll talk with you next week.